Hey, I am terrible at vlogging. It's so hard. Let me explain. It is currently Wednesday at 11 p.m. And I've done a terrible job at keeping you guys updated the last 2 days. So, Monday was hard. My job was so overstimulating. And, I got to a point where I was just so exhausted. It was just a rough day. All my kids were yelling at me, and, they were just not listening. They were just being really interruptive. They just didn't want to, be cooperative at all. And that's fine. But it just caused for a lot of issues. And I got, my ride situation figured out, but they come way later than I thought. And I was just trying to get used to, not having Gwen there. And my routine was different, and it was stressing me out. I also have not spent a lot of time with God, and so I think that also was really impacting me. I can't give to these kids if I'm not being filled up first by God. So that was kind of interrupting me. So then we got back, and we're supposed to help out one of the staff members with their kids, again, help them pack up, because her husband's a part of the worship stuff, and so he has to leave early on Monday and Wednesdays. So we're spending time with her, trying to help her out. But I was just tired and stressed, and I just was not feeling good about anything. So I showed up to dinner, and I'm late. I run to get take a shower, and then everyone's already left, so I go meet up with them. I get there, and we're eating, and I'm sitting here crying. I'm feeling so overwhelmed. I know that I'm not gonna be able to handle my rally night unless I get some time alone before rally night. So I text my leader. I'm like, hey, can I leave early? I'm not feeling the best. And she's like, no, we're supposed to be helping her. And she didn't understand. I'm not mad at her or anything. She just didn't understand what I meant or what I needed at that moment. So I sat there at dinner, literally bawling my eyes out, and I was like, I'm not okay. And one of my favorite people in the world, Peyton, you've all met her. She was standing across from us. So I went to put my hand on her shoulder, and I just cried to her. And we went off and sat together, and I just kind of ranted to her about where I was at. And then I was feeling a lot better, and then I got a text that was like, hey, we're going to do welcome team tonight. Welcome team basically means that we're supposed to, welcome everyone to rally night. Yeah, hype them up and get them ready for rally night, which is great, and I love that, and I think it's super important we have that energy. I wanted to show up authentically myself and be genuine when I went to rally night. I didn't want to have to fake face it and go and not feel like I could be where I'm at, truly, which was, I was not okay with Monday night. I was stressed, I was tired, I was anxious, I was just not doing okay. So I texted Abby, or talked to Abby, and I was like, is there any way that I can't do that? I took a nap on Lily's floor. It's really funny. I took a nap on Lily and Audrey's floor, and I woke up and had my water bottle in my mouth like a toddler. And Bree comes in, and she's like, hey, by the way, I saw your text. Do you want some juice still? It's like a toddler with my water in my mouth. I'm waddling to the other room to get juice. It's I literally feel like a toddler who just woke up from a nap. It helped though. And so then we went. I handed out papers. Audrey showed up and gave me a hug, and she said she'd take over so I could have some time just to myself, which I really, really needed. So then I decided to go to outside and just take some time to just chill and breathe. And then Abby texted me back, and she's like, hey, because I asked her if I could sit in the back away from the team, and she didn't know how she felt about that yet. But she texted back, and she's like, you can sit in the back, that's fine. So I did, and I sat by myself behind the staff members. One of the staff members came to me to drink water and sat next to me, but I needed that space. I've started to realize how much I think selfishly. We'll get to that. Anyways, so then Monday afternoon we come back, talked about some exciting news, which I'll update you on later, and then I went to bed because I was exhausted and I needed sleep. Tuesday, I woke up on Tuesday. I went to work. I was so tired. I did not want to go to work Tuesday, but I went to work Tuesday. And morning. Yesterday was such a bad day. I woke up exhausted. Also really difficult for me. I was very overstimulated. And then
stimulating, and then and I got back and just immediately fell apart. I went to dinner, had a breakdown, took a nap on Audrey's floor, and then I went to workshop night, rally night. I was not feeling it at all. I sat by myself instead of my team just because I didn't feel like it. We were the welcoming committee, and I could not partake very well just because I was literally falling apart. Came back, had a little team meeting, and I went to bed immediately. I can actually see how well I slept last night. Should we look? 7 hours and 30 minutes. 2.5 hours in deep sleep. 5 in a minute in light sleep. But, oh my god, am I dying? Today is going to be a hard day, in my opinion. I'm gonna try to do my time alone with God at work today over my lunch break. I'm supposed to do therapy, but I forgot to account for time difference. So we can't do therapy today anymore. Which actually kind of sucks because I feel like I really needed it. But that's okay. I rescheduled my therapy. Yeah. That's what we did.
Okay, Tuesday. I was so tired on Tuesday. I didn't want to go to work yesterday. I just was not feeling good at all. Just after that last night, like, it was rough for me. I went to work, though, and it wasn't terrible. The kids were still kind of acting all goofy, but it was easier handled. I did my quiet time during my lunch break, which really helped me during the rest of the day, just to, like, refill my energy. And then we came back, and I went to dinner, and Liam and I hung out. We did some chit-chatting. And then we came back, and then, like, 20 minutes later, we all went to watch Inside Out 1 in preparation for Inside Out 2 that we're watching Sunday. And we all, like, sat in the clubhouse, and me and Liam talked the most of it. But there were a lot of parts of that movie that I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. But it was a fun day. We made bracelets afterwards. I made my sunrise bracelet with Psalm 143, verse 8, which is our team verse. At least part of it. And then I played volleyball for a while, actually. And then I went to my laundry. And then I lost my water bottle, and I could not find it anywhere. So then I had to, like, go hunting for it. Ran into Liam, so Liam and I walked back, and he let me borrow his brace got, because I would have died at work if I didn't have a water bottle. Yeah, so that was Tuesday. I ended up going to bed. I was exhausted when I got back. Wednesday. Let's talk about Wednesday. So Wednesday comes. Wednesday is today. It is Wednesday now. This morning, I woke up feeling a lot more prepared than the last 2 days. I got to work. One of my counselors I work with was not there. She wasn't there. She was having morning sickness because she's pregnant, which I didn't know. And so she was not at work today, which is fine. It just meant that there were multiple moments today where it was me versus 10 kids, or me versus 19 kids, without anyone else's help, which really stressed me out. Yeah, we just had 2 kids going at it today. I was really tired. I just could not handle them well. I was losing patience. I was angry. I was bitter. I just couldn't handle it. It's okay, though. We came back. I took a shower and went to dinner. And my friends wanted to talk, so we talked after dinner and just kind of hung out for a little bit. And then we kept talking for a while, and we got ready to go to workshop night. On the way to workshop night, though, we stopped at Chick-fil-A, so I got myself a frosted lemonade and some french fries. And then we went to workshop night. And tonight, workshop night was all focused on stillness with God. And so he had us, like, basically close our eyes for, like, the whole, well, you could. I closed my eyes for the whole thing. My eyes were shut, my body was still. And I listened to him read off these verses, which some hit me really hard and others were just kind of like really good to hear reminders. And then at the end we like kind of talked about what that made us feel and like our thoughts and reflections on it. I didn't really get a chance to talk just because we didn't have a lot of time. But I'm really in a mindset where I was thinking about that stillness and how often I've been like, I can't sit through the quiet. I can't sit through the quiet. Like, I'm just not able to do it. And that's so not true. Like, I can. And I did. I sat there in silence and with no movement in my body. And it felt so good for me to, like, sit down and relax. And I think since I've been here, it's been really hard to do that because there's so many things to do every night. It's like FOMO. Like, every night I come back and it's like, oh, there's volleyball, movies, games, conversations that want to be had, this, that, call your home, call your mom, sleep in, whatever it is. Like, there's so many things that, like, for me, and so it's really, really hard to choose something. Sometimes I just jump from thing to thing to thing, but where's the rest in that? And, like, I can't find the rest in that because I have FOMO, fear of missing out, and I just want to do everything with anyone. And I think that that is a problem because I think it shows how much I don't trust that the Lord will fill me up and, like, give me rest in the quietness, but also that, like, I'm fighting to be involved with anything and everything to be loved. And that's not really what the purpose of JAX is. So after that was worship, and I cried my eyes out during worship. My sister sent me a bunch of photos of my nieces and nephews, and I miss them so much. Not just them. I miss my whole family. It's been hard to be away from them, be away from people who make me feel known, to be with strangers who are becoming less and less like strangers every day, but they're still strangers. I still have to explain to them my heart and why it works the way it was, or why my brain does this, or sometimes why my mouth doesn't work. Like, there are a lot of things that, like, I wouldn't have to explain to my family if I was with them right now, but I have to explain to these strangers. So that was hard for me. And then we got back. I ran a couple errands, and then Liam, Bree, and Lily were out in the, like, courtyard painting, and so I painted with them. And then Trey came, and then Audrey came, and then Kyra and Sarita, Jonathan came. We just had a big group of people out there. And as we were painting, we were asking the question of, like, what's something you're learning right now? And, like, we all kind of went through talking about it. And then someone goes, okay, cool, so, like, what's good action steps? And I didn't share mine yet. And I was like, what do you mean, what are good action steps? Like, I hadn't shared mine yet. And it was, like, actually, it was really perfect that I hadn't shared mine yet. Because, I mean, I didn't share this one anything but Lily, because everyone was really busy. But I've been learning is how selfish I am in my thinking. And, like, how I'm so insistent on my own ways. And how my thoughts are so prideful. They're always me. I deserve better. That shouldn't have happened to me. Why is it this way? Why did this happen to me? I'm ego. I'm prideful. I'm sad. I'm stressed. I'm X, Y, and Z. I'm alone. All of these things that are so not there. Because that's so prideful of me. And there's levels where I'm like, yes, like, this could be taken as selfish. But also they need to understand that, like, this is a selfless act for me in order to, like, love them better. And those situations are just a teensy bit different. But in the vast majority of my thinking is so self-centered based that, like, I know that. And I know that's a problem. And I'm trying to conquer that problem this summer. I want to be selfless out of the benefit of nothing but everyone else. And that's not something that's, like, natural for me or anything. Like, I'm just very self-seeking. So I gotta share that with Lily. And just be like, it actually makes a lot of sense that I was the one that got passed over. Because originally I was like, wow, okay, no one cares. That's dumb. Like, whatever. I was jealous that, like, everyone cared about everyone else's but my own. But I thought about it, and I was like, that's exactly what I'm fighting against. I don't want to live in a place where I'm jealous that everyone cares about everyone else but myself. I should be living in the heart posture that I care that the other people are cared about. And that's what matters, you know? And I think that's part of the reason I've been put on the team I am put on. Because I love my team, and they love me, but we run so differently. They're all very analytical, and very, like, how can we solve this problem? And I'm like, I have emotions, I need to be validated, I need to be held while I cry. And they're two very, very different levels of like humanity, and I just don't, not that this is bad or this is bad and this is good and this is good, like they're both equally beautiful and created beautifully. I just don't click well with this. So I need, like, I'm the outsider, and that's what I keep telling myself, but I know that that's such selfish thinking. Like, I'm not the outsider. I'm simply thinking different than this group is thinking. And so that's something I've been learning and, like, recognizing about my team is that, like, I've been put on this team so that I can learn how to think like this and how to love them in a way that loves them and not in a way that I'm used to. Which has been, like, the biggest challenge here, is it's nothing is like how I'm used to. And that stresses me out, but that's not fair for me to think those things. So I've been working very hard at, like, my selfish thinking. And then also, being okay with not being known. Like, no one here knows me, so why am I not pressing deeper into the one that does know me, which is God? And being okay with that. He's the only one who does truly know me here, and honestly, the only one that truly knows me anywhere, because he knows me. The Lord who sees me. The Lord who saw me who I was, who I am, and who I'm going to become. The Lord my Elroy. Like, that's important to me for a reason. Because he knows who I am and who I'm going to be and who I was. And that's not something anyone else is going to know. But yeah. So we shared some stories, and then we all did prayer together. Which is honestly just such a heartwarming moment to, like, have all of us just, like, praying in our courtyard with each other and just getting to have that experience and connection. Like, I love Squad B. B Squad. Yeah. Okay, it is currently like 12:13 at night, but technically it's still Thursday. Hi. So, Thursday. Today's Thursday. I went to work today. It was pretty okay. Nothing interesting, kind of same old. I was really frustrated, but honestly it's getting a lot easier to handle them. I think spending time with the Lord during my lunch hour has been helping a lot. Yeah, went to work, came back, had my one-on-one with Abby, which was really good today. Yeah, we just kind of chatted, caught up on some stuff. It was a pretty good conversation. I figured out why I'm at JAX. She asked me, like, what made me choose to come to JAX, like, what was my moment of choosing, and I didn't even realize it was my moment until we started talking. And I was like, my moment was Harper. I'm one of my best friends, and learning, like, what it means to truly love someone in a way of I want to see them in heaven one day. And, like, to the point where I was getting emotional about it. And I was really protective over her. And that was what made me realize how much I want to go to JAX, to learn how to do that to everyone. And learn the importance of that for everyone. And how to see everyone as, like, a child of God that's lost. And how I want all of them to have what I have. Which is the joy that I'm secure in the Lord and what He's done for me. And so we had that conversation, which is good. And then we came back to the dorms for Bible study. But at dinner, Liam, my friend, was like, I'm going to get an eyebrow slit. And I was like, okay. And he was like, I'm impulsive. I just want to do it. So I was like, okay, dude, pop off. Whatever. We come back for Bible study. And we get done for Bible study. Bible study was pretty good. We found a cute little place and talked. We got some Sonic too. That was good. We come back to the dorms, though. And Liam is outside with Lily and Audrey with a razor. And he's ready for it. He's like, I'm ready to get this shaved off. I'm so excited, ready. And Lily tries, and it does not go very well. Not that he looks terrible, it just, like, isn't noticeable. And Gwen walks in, and he goes, I need Gwen to do this. Like, Gwen, you can do this. And so then Gwen gets ready to do it, and it dies. So we all go back into our rooms, and Liam's like, I'll get it charged, and I'll let you guys know when to come back out. So Liam texts us in, like, 5 minutes, and we come outside. Gwen does it perfectly fine, and she's like, all right, go check on it. So he runs upstairs, and it's not that he looks bad. Gwen's like, I know I can do better. Jordan, do you want me to do you? I just want you to do better. And I was like, sure. So I sat down, and she gave me an eyebrow slit. So now me and Liam are matching. And he comes down, and he's like, hey, we're matching. We high five. Oh, my God. And then I hung out with Kyra for a little bit. We just kind of talked. Kyra and Isaac and I talked for a little bit. Yeah, pretty good conversations. And then I went to call Harper, because I was like, girl, I need to tell you some stuff I figured out about us today. And then we called for a while, and then I went to the clubhouse, and Liam and some people were in there, so we all hung out for a little bit. They were painting, I just kind of chatted. We walked back, and then I sat in our doorway for like an hour just painting, and spending some time listening to music, just like trying to center myself, because I'm really tired and stressed. But it was pretty good. Just made my lunch for tomorrow, and I'm ready for bed.
next day, laughing, having fun.
Hi guys. This is. Introduce yourself.
I'm Anna.
Okay.
I'm Janae.
And they're a part of team. Which team?
I'm Team Stars. Eden.
Okay. Can I ask you a couple questions?
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Cool. What has been the highlight of your trip so far in JAX?
Oh my gosh, that's such a hard question. I do daycare, and I just been extremely blessed with a group of great kids who I adore. I'd say that's probably my highlight. It's my first time in Florida, so I just love Florida. Yeah.
What answer? Okay. One more question, and I'll leave you guys alone. What has been the hardest part so far for you guys?
I would say like the busy schedule since I'm also taking summer classes. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd also say busy schedule because I just am not a busy schedule now. But it's all good.
Awesome.
Hey guys, this is like the fifth time I've cried today. It's hard being here. I really miss my home. And I don't really feel like I have a lot to talk to right now. Today was a great day too. It was just hard. I think the Lord's gonna really test me this summer on what it means to be known by Him and Him alone. I'm just really confused with a lot of my friendships here. Getting stressed out a lot. And I just kind of want to be home where everyone knows me. And I don't have to spend time. I just kind of want to be with my mom and my nieces and nephews. And my siblings again. And not sitting here questioning everything. Earlier, I was pleading with God to help me to understand some of the pain and feelings I'm having and some of the things that are going on that I just don't understand. I feel like my whole life I've been so lonely. And I keep talking about how I want this summer to be a summer that I learn how to have joy for the blessings that the people around me get instead of sorrow for what I don't receive that I want that they get, and not letting that jealousy overrun me. And it's so hard because I should be joyous for the people around me for everything that they're getting because I'm so happy that they're happy. And I'm just also sad and lonely. It's a moment. It's great. We're gonna vlog, but very quietly because I'm in my bedroom and they're all sleeping out there. Oh, so this is my bedroom. Anyways, so today was a decently interesting day. Last night was really hard, as you saw, and I woke up this morning feeling just as terrible as I thought last night. I was just anxious and sad and in my head. We did e-talk, and I wrote a really cool poem, which I'll probably put a video in now of me writing it, reading it. And it was pretty good. Still struggling to concentrate, and then we did e-training, which was okay. And then we were supposed to team up with the Mighty Masons team today, and on the way to e-training, both of our cars almost got in a wreck. So we're like, oh, Saint doesn't want us to go to the beach today, so we're gonna go try harder. And then we're driving to the beach, and our beach is closed. So we're like, where are we supposed to go? And we found an entrance, but it's like too busy to actually go. So then
good conversations. And then we left, and and my friend, me and Kyra, Isaac, and Liam all talked for a while, just like sharing stories and like getting to know each other on a deeper level. And then one of my friends is in the hospital right now with appendicitis, and so she is on my friend's Kyra's team. And so there's like a lot of like not trauma, but like conflict of like, oh my gosh, like we gotta go to the hospital and come back and go to the hospital and deal with all these things. And so she eventually left, and then Isaac left to like do stuff with her, and then me and Liam had our conversation that lasted like an hour and a half, if not like almost 2 hours. And it was a great conversation. It was just some conflict that like we had to clear up, and then it just kind of turned into like a deeper, more intentional conversation, which I really needed to hear. And it was a really good conversation, and it was just good to get to know someone a little bit deeper. And then Kyra and her team brought me Chipotle back. And so then Rachel was like, we need to have a conversation. And so then we talked as a team. Hey. Hi. It is Sunday afternoon. This week's been something. Yesterday was a really good day, I'd say. Woke up early in the morning, did our e-talk at a donut shop. I was really emotional on Friday night still. Saturday was a pretty good day though. Like I think it was pretty good. After like all the e-training evangelism at the beach, like there was just a lot that happened, and I got to like have good conversations with some friends afterwards, which I think I talked about last night, so I don't really remember. It was good though. This morning we went to church, and then afterwards we all went to like a thrift store, and by all I mean like it was like Abby, Rachel, Gracie, me, and our friend Tori, and we all went to shopping. I spent like $130. I spent so much money. It's okay, it's fine. And then tonight we're going to Top Golf with a big group of people. So that's gonna be exciting. I've never been, and I'm really excited to go. Church was really, really good. He was just talking about like, give me a minute, I'll tell you in a minute. He said don't resist God because you've been sinned against, which hit me hard, because I think, not that I resist God necessarily, but a long time in my life someone told me how often, like how I don't let Jesus in all the way, because people have hurt me, and people have not loved me the same way I love them, and people haven't reciprocated everything I've done for them back. But I can't measure Jesus by people, because Jesus is everything. And so when he said that today, it just kind of reminded me of that. And like recently I've been really struggling with my ego and my self-centered thoughts and my envy, and how much I'm just like, wow, everyone around me is so loved and they love each other, and I don't get that, and it was really stressful for me. And I just like didn't understand a lot of my friendships and how they ran. And I was just like, well, I'm a back burner friend, you know, I'm only a friend when it's convenient. But all those are lies, and even if they were true, the way I talk about it, it's just so self-centered, and I look at all the negativities. And my friend, we borrowed this book called like The Freedom of Forgetfulness, and it was really good. And it was like, we don't pay attention to our body when our body is okay. The only time we pay attention to our body is when it's not okay. So for example, my toes, and I don't walk around every day and think, wow, my toes are doing a great job. The only time I think about my toes is when they're in pain or I hurt them, or there's something wrong with it. And the same goes for my ego. I don't think about how much I think about myself until it starts causing a problem. And that's when you start to think about them. And so basically the book talks a lot about like how we should just be living our life with no thought of ourselves and no thought of others' opinions on ourselves. So instead of like, it's not a matter of like high self-esteem or low self-esteem. It's just a matter of existing and like being okay with that and not having to have one or the other. And like usually when you have like a low self-esteem, people are like, oh, what can we do to like make that feel better? Like think about the amazing, awesome things you're capable of. But in this book, it's talking about how that's not what we're supposed to be doing, because then it's just a matter of boasting. Yeah, it was a really good book. I'm just thinking a lot about, why am I determining God and his amazingness by like the actions that people have committed against me when that's not. Well, also, like 98% of the time, it's my own imaginations. So, but yeah, we're figuring some stuff out. It'll be good. Hey guys, it's Sunday night, past curfew. The rest of my day went decently well. I spent some time de-stressing by playing some volleyball in the park garage. And then we went to Topgolf. It was actually a lot of fun. I've never been before, so it was kind of an experience to like hit and like play golf with people. It was really fun though. I like got third the first round and like last the second round. Yeah, it was a fun experience. Afterwards we got some McDonald's and then came.
Raise your hand. I hope this works. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Oh, that was it.
Came back, and then Kyra needed my help with some stuff and like emotional support, so I helped her. Yeah, it was a pretty good day. This week overall was not terrible. It's just like I feel like every week at JAX is so like busy and bustling, but it's also like really slow. And I feel like every day is just a new adventure filled up with like new struggles. So it's been kind of hard because like I just don't know what every day is going to consist of. I'll see you guys next week.